That video is it's a very powerful video because when I watch it, it reminds me of things that I'm supposed to do, your dreams, your ideas. I've not introduced myself, sorry. Many of you know me. I'm Eniola Oluwagunna, and I used to think when I was in secondary school that, because almost everybody in secondary school be like, I'm not going to come back so that, you know, they respect us. I don't know if you have this, like, people will not see you, yeah. But me, because I stay in this school during my holiday, everybody's always seeing me. And I'm always pained that they won't respect me because I'm supposed to be scarce. I don't know if you get that kind of stuff. Maybe when you come like after 5 years, you like, you enter and they were like, I see this, you know. But me, every time they see me and I'm like, Jesus. But the part I was thinking that people will not respect me because they see me too much is not true. Because even, it doesn't matter how many times I've stayed here, people that know me, they still greet me every time. People like, this girl messing. She will run as a senior Eniola because I've realized that it's not about how many times people see you. If you've left a mark, people will respect you no matter how many times they meet you. So I just want to know that that's how it should be. And from that video, I picked 2 important things. The first one that he said there was, for every level, there's a devil. And it's very true. Once you cross one level, you see that you meet another one, a devil in front of you. It will not necessarily be the devil with the horns and all. It could just be a little obstruction, a little challenge that you don't even know that is a challenge. But once you overcome that, another one again, you see another devil. The second one I picked out, let me check it. I don't know if you guys picked it too, because I did. It says, where is it? Only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible. So it's only when you can see, like he said, you can't feature in the future that you can't picture. I don't know how he said it, but if you can't see it, you can't do it. So it's only those that can picture that invisible thing, the things that people think that nobody can achieve. That's when you can do the impossible. He's the youngest political appointee, but you couldn't have thought of it if you've not like pictured yourself doing it. He talks to himself in front of the mirror. He tells himself, I'm Imanagida, and it's a good thing because I do it too. I don't do it on the road like him, but at least to myself in the room when I'm the only one. That's a higher level. I don't do that one. But then in my room, I do it to myself. My sister could be there, it could be only me. I tell myself what I want to be because the purpose of you knowing what you want is very important. Even though you're in secondary school, and you guys have not left secondary school anyway, and I need to cut him, that result was fantastic. Even though you have said it, you need to emphasize it because it's the best. Even if you are not on the list or you are out of the list, just know that you are part of a set that has made a mark. And it's a good thing. 39 distinctions, like all the people on that banner, you are like 45. That's a lot. 46. Kudos to you guys. Honestly, I'm very proud of you. So, as I was saying, the things you want to achieve. So, I say to myself, when you know what you want, sometimes you may not know what you want. That's the truth of the matter. But if you know you like something, there's something you like doing, try to work towards that line. When I was in school, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, honestly. At the point, I said I wanted to be a teacher in JS3. We did career there. I wore a teacher's outfit. And I always said I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher. But then, when I got to SS1, it changed. I was thinking of law. There's so many confusing things. Like, right now, you may not really know what you want, but there will definitely be something that sparks your interest. Like me, I always knew that I wanted to do something communication, talking to people, audiences. But I never knew like what that name can be called. It may be mass communication. Many of you know that I'm studying mass communication in Crawford University. So I moved from University of Lagos, all those strike and everything. So I can escape that. I moved to Crawford because it's a private school. And that's where I am right now, studying mass communication. But that's not going to be the end for me. I'm working towards a level that will be international relations and history. I don't know, some of you might want to do that too. It's a good course. And if you know what you want, it's important for you so that you'll be able to achieve what you want. You work towards it so that even when side distractions come, you're not going to be like, let me do this one, let me do that one. But you already know what you want, so you're going to be moving towards that line. So now that you are in secondary school, it feels like you're on top because, yeah, everybody like senior. When you get to university, you're the lowest again because you're in year 1. Nobody knows you. People are like, see this new set that just came. Because me right now, I'm in my final year. But I want you to, thank you. I want you to know that if you are in a public school like Emmanuel, you may be having strikes and everything because not everybody is going to go to the same type of school. You may have strikes, but just know that even in that strike, you should be able to achieve something with your life, like him. If you're in a private school, the downside to it is it's too fast. Before you know it, you're done. I just entered last year, and I'm my final year. That's because I did direct entry, and I resumed in my second semester. So things that I'm supposed to do in my university life, I'm feeling like I'm too fast to do all this. I'm finishing by next year. and it looks too short. So either you're in a private school or in a public school, you just have to know how you want to do your time. Because in a public school, you may have too much time if you're having strike, and then you just let the time go by. If you're in a private school, it's too fast and you're like overwhelmed that there's not much to do, but there's a lot to do. It was when I was in school that I started doing my book, because I wanted to do my book while at the age of 18. And I was glad I was able to achieve it. So I did that book, I authored it, and I participated in things that I know that is to my interest. I said I wanted to do something in international relations. So I joined programs that would enable me to join those kind of things. I participated in international competitions. You might not win, definitely. Like me, I've not even won any of those international competitions. But it's culminating to something bigger. Those things are little experiences that will help you by the time you want to launch yourself. It's going to help you because those small things, like me now, I didn't know how to do a business proposal before. But I participated in a competition with people from Germany, from China. I was only Nigerian. And we were coming together to put work to make a business proposal that will, I don't know if you know, the United Nations, they have some SDGs. So we're trying to combat those SDGs. And I don't know anything about business proposal because I'm not in the business line. But I learned how to do it. I went on YouTube. I went to source for it. My teammates were not even helping very much. But I learned how to do it. And now I have the idea of a business proposal. I didn't win the competition, but I know that thing. And it's going to be useful for something else later. So sometimes you may not go in for the winning, just go in for the learning, because that's what you need the most. Then I wrote my points because I don't want to miss anyone. Everybody must hear everything. Okay? So now, the next part I want to go to is life in the university. Like Emmanuel said, there's so many things that will like carry you away from your focus. It will carry you away from your focus. But I just want you to know that when you're entering school, you should be determined to do what you want. Like you said, everybody's not going to enter school at the same time. It's true. They used to say 20 children cannot play for 20 years. That adage is, when I was in secondary school, I didn't think that adage was very true. Like, that's what they used to say, 20 children. But at the end of the day, when we left school, so many people that I felt like were very close, we're no longer talking. And that's because everybody was achieving different things. It's life, as I said. Life happens. You are fulfilling this, you are fulfilling that, you are pursuing this. And people are no more in the same line with you. You're no more having the same frequency. But that's how life happens. Just let it go because you meet new people. You meet new people that will enable your own life to move forward. Those people might later come back to you. Because when I finished school, I wasn't talking with some people, but right now I'm talking with them. So they'll meet you at different parts of your life. That's just it. And also, I want you to know that you cannot overemphasize the aspect of reading. Usually, when I was secondary, it's not like I used to read so much, but at least I used to try it in my own little way. But then, when I entered university, the art of reading, people will be like, because I used to try to do it, I entered second semester. And if you know what that means like entering second term or third term in secondary school. And despite the fact that I didn't do first semester with them, I was in 200 level that time, I still tried to do well. And funny enough, that particular semester, my result was the best out of everybody in that department. That's not to brag, but just to tell you that if you know what you want, you can actually achieve it. People say that first class is overrated. I would say that it's not overrated because truly, people that do not have first class, they do very well in life. You could have second class upper, but strive to be the best you can be. You don't know if the best you can be is actually a first class. You don't know if the best you can be is a second class upper, and you're limiting yourself to where you are. But if you strive to be the best, that's when you'll be able to expose yourself. You'll be like, so I could actually do this, and you'll be surprised by the heights you're going to get to in life. So you can't emphasize reading. In my class, people will be like, it's not by first class. Nobody say you go carry first class, you go come become in life. It's true. So people have first class and they are doing menial jobs. It's true. But if you're focused and you do the best you can be, you can achieve anything you want. That's the truth. So when you're entering school, don't think because I'm already in university, I'll be my own self. Yes, you'll be your own self. You make decisions for yourself. But make decisions that will impact you, that will like make life be the way you want it to be. You need to look back at yourself in 10 years' time and be like, thank God I did that. Thank God I did this. Thank God I need to be able to see people and be like, I'm glad we did this together. I'm glad you told me this. I'm glad those are things that will enable you, motivate you to do more. By the time you push yourself, like that video, the dream you want to be, the dream you have, pursue it. And someone once told me that just because you have a dream does not mean you should not achieve it, but you have to wake up from the dream to achieve your dream. And that's true because if you're in a dream or you're having a dream, you are just sleeping, having the dream that, you could sleep and have a dream that, I saw myself in this place, it was nice. But if you don't wake up from the dream, you can't achieve it, right? So that's the way. You have to wake up from it and say, no, this is what I want. Talk to yourself, like Emmanuel said. Talk to yourself daily because it may look like it's not helping. But by the time you talk to yourself every time, there's a point you may want to make a decision. And you remember that in the morning you were telling myself, I must do this. I can do this in life. I cannot be a mediocre. You may want to make a decision, and then that's what you said in the morning comes back to you, and you're like, no, I can't do this. I just told myself that I must make it in life. No. Because you saying it over and over again, it will help you. That's the truth of the matter. So you need to help yourself by pursuing what you want. Be focused. We'll go to the next one. Also, surround yourself with people of value. So Mano touched a little bit on that. He said you should have friends that are either in your same range or higher than you. Exactly. So what I did is some months ago, because I noticed that I was having too many people around me. Because I'm this kind of person that I may not be too friend, but I have friends around me. And they were overlapping each other. What I mean is that I have a journal. It's good to write, honestly. Because when you write, you'll be able to reflect on it. So I divided all my friends into different areas because they all have different functions. You can divide them, like me now, I have friends in my spiritual life. I have friends for academic. You know, academic is different from career. Because academic is just like this secondary school, but your career is the larger place that you want to go to. So I divided them into those areas so that they won't overlap each other. Imagine now your social friend, because I have social friends, people that will go out with, let's go to ICM, let's go to... But those kind of friends don't impact me academically. So I make sure that they stay in that line, because if you don't divide your friends into where they belong, they're going to enter each other. Those that are in your social life, they will enter you academically. They won't influence you positively. So it's not like you separate from them. They should still be your friends, definitely. But fix them into their functions, into their boxes, so that they don't overlap each other. It's very important, honestly. So another thing I want to talk about is try to curb laziness and procrastination. That part, I have procrastination in me a lot. I may want to do something. I've been telling myself I'm going to create a blog, because I told you I'm in mass communication, right? I told myself I'm going to create a blog since last 2 years. Until now, I've not done it. And it's very, very bad. It's not nice. It's not good when you say you want to do something and you don't achieve it, because you would have missed out on a lot of opportunities. And Mr. Ade he's always telling me, go and create a YouTube, go and create this. Yeah, I don't know how many times he has told me right now, but I'm not still doing it. And it's bad, because now that I'm saying it to you guys, it's going to make me go and do it, because I know I've told you that I didn't do this thing, and I want to go and do it. So don't allow procrastination rule your life. I'm sure many of you right now, you have plans in your life that I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to create a YouTube channel, create good YouTube channel, not something else. Fantastic. Okay. So if you want to create stuff like that, do it for your own good, not for things that will impact you negatively. That impact you negatively. And also, I want you to know that there's no, I don't know how to say, there's no stage of success. Like now, people always think that success is the highest point. Like when you've achieved it, you have a car, you have a house, that's success. But that's not success. Success is the little things that you started doing. Like me now, the book I've done is a success to me. So don't think that it's when I've finished school, when I've graduated, when I've married, when I've had a house, that's a success. No. The success is the little things that you're doing that matters to you. So right now, you could have done, some people know how to build apps. There was a senior in my set. I don't know if some of you know him, Essay in Solomon. You know him. Do you know where he is now? That guy is very big, and I'm not even joking. He works for big industries, Google, creating apps. No. I was surprised, because in secondary school, he used to do those things. I used to see him in physics lab, working on his laptop, using some 3D. I'm not in the science area, so I don't really know it. But I used to see him making up some structures, models. I didn't know what he was doing until he left school. He's still in university right now, but how far he has gone is like this high, because he already started it from then. So what you want to do, start now. Use the opportunities you have. When you enter university, join good associations. As Emmanuel said, you can't join associations that will not help you, and decide to stay where you are. Join places people that will help you academically, spiritually, in all areas, because those little things matter to you. Like me now, when I was in school, I was the head girl, so we used to like climb on the stage very well. So that actually helped me to build my confidence in talking. I was in press club too, so we come to the front, come and do newscasting. And right now, I'm doing MIT internship at MIT. But because I already have experiences of, I used to come to press club, I used to come, even though that time we didn't do it too well, because we're not following the normal protocol. But at least we're learning, and that's what matters. You learning those little things. It's going to help you. And know that no energy and knowledge is wasted. The thing you learn today, it may not be useful to you right now, but it will be useful later. The competitions I participated in those days, I didn't win most of them, but those knowledge I learned is helping me right now. a lot. Also, try to read books outside your line. I know I said you should read, but also read books outside, like I'm a mass communicator, but that does not mean I only read books in mass communication line. Because there was a competition I participated in, and I read a book before. I've forgotten the title of the book, but it's not a book related to academic world. I participated in that competition, and they asked a question that was related to that book. But if you've not read the book, you won't be able to answer that question, right? But because I already read the book, and I was like, oh my God, I've seen this thing somewhere before, I was able to bring out the answer. So it may not necessarily be a competition. It could be something else. But reading all those kind of books will help you. Sometimes it could even be movies. There's a movie I watched recently. It's a documentary. The title is, I don't know if you may know her. She's a woman. She's a black woman that fought for freedom. It was very interesting, but it was a documentary. Her name is Tubman. Why am I forgetting that name? Do you know, sir? You know her, Tubman. Anyway, I've forgotten her. Harriet Tubman, yes. Yes. So she fought for slavery and everything for the black people, basically. And it's a movie, because some people may not like to read books. But watch movies that are also good. You can indulge yourself once in a while. Like me now, sometimes I have movie nights. That's the truth of the matter. I'm realistic with you. I'm in school, but that does not mean that I now focus on my time. I want to read. No. Like me, on Saturday nights, I actually have my movie nights. I'll get popcorn, a serious one, with drink. Sit down and watch like 2 movies that night. But that's the only day I do that. So if you fix a particular day for a function, you know that you're going to stick to it. It's not like on Wednesday now. I said Saturday night is my movie night, right? On Wednesday, maybe someone tells me, oh, Mo, this movie mad. Hey, you need to have it. And I'm like, okay. I'm not going to watch it that day. I'm like, no, I'll keep it for Saturday. Because if I watch it on Wednesday is the day I want to do something else. And I watch it on Wednesday. I won't allow the purpose of Wednesday to be fulfilled, right? So keep activities to the day you want it to be. It's not every time you work, definitely. Play once in a little while, but let your play be lesser than your work. That's the basic thing about life. Also, put God first in everything, because you going far in life matters with the help of God. You know, I told you that I entered second semester. I couldn't have done it by myself, because I was constantly going to the altar. We have, like, in our school, we have, like, one altar that people used to go and pray. No matter your church or anything, you can just go there to go and pray. So I'll just go there like, hey, God, I'm just resuming second semester. I don't even know anybody, because everybody already made their friends, right? I resumed very late, and I was the only one. So I was very lonely and alone. I didn't have people that could talk to. Everybody was already having, this is my own friend, this is my own friend. So I was just alone, and I was like, God just has to help me. And funny enough, He provided good friends for me, like friends that impact me well, both socially, academically, all areas. So you need to put God first in everything you are doing, because your spiritual life matters. If God is with you, you are going to go very far. That's the truth. If you don't have God, it's like this far you go. But if you have God, you go farther. You go farther than where you think you are going to stop. And funny enough, some people in this life, they don't have God, but they are going very far. I don't know, you know some big people like Mark Zuckerberg. He's an atheist, but he's going very far in life. So I'm just trying to bring that example, because I want you to know that if you have God, you go farther than what you have. And when you have God, you'll be able to go outside your domain. You'll be able to impact people in ways that God will be happy with you. Like, you bring glory to Him. So put God first, importantly, in every area of your life, you know. And then, finally, I just want to say this because, okay, there's a popular saying I usually say. It says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It was by Lao Tzu. I used to say this when I was in secondary school, because I like that line. And it's true. If you want to go this far, you can't go by just looking at the door. I want to reach the door, and I'm like, I want to get to that door. You can't just go there by just saying it. You have to take one step. So you taking that step will propel you. You know, once you move one step, you have this push from behind you to take another step. So that's how it is. The journey of 1,000 miles. You can't just start by looking at it. It has to begin with one step after another. So many things that we should know. I think try to connect. You guys should connect with each other even after school. It helps. Don't be proud, be arrogant because I entered school before you. When I finished school, I thought I was going to enter immediately. Okay, I didn't miss out on a year. I was supposed to go to Unilag. I applied to Unilag for law. And I was shocked because I had good results. And I was like, I didn't even think about it. I was like, I'm going to enter, nothing spoiled. Man, let me just do my jam. Because I was sure that I was going to enter. And I was so surprised when I didn't see anything on my admission portal. People that had lesser results than mine, they entered Unilag for courses that are even like way beyond law. And I was surprised because I had better results than them and I didn't enter to Unilag. So sometimes challenges meet you, but don't don't be too, don't let it overwhelm you. I was down that period because I was ashamed. I don't know how to, especially when you have like something that people are expecting you to have and then you don't have it. It's not nice. It's a very bad feeling. People are like, are you in school now? You're like, I'm not in school, but you're not explaining yourself, those kind of things. I experienced that because that year people entered school and I was like, hey, I applied, but I've not seen anything. Hey, I was just giving excuses, but I was very unhappy within me. But I'm happy that I didn't miss out on that year because I did diploma. Diploma was is a degree that allows you to do like year 2. You just enter year 2 straight. So I'm trying to tell you that even though JAMB did not allow me to enter Unilag, I did diploma immediately so that I will make up for that year. And so I didn't miss out on any part. Now I'm in final year. But many people, all the people that entered Unilag that year, they're still in year 2 right now. Year 2 first semester. And me, I'm in my final year. So it's not by how far you can go, it's by how well you go. So don't let those little challenges limit you. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. And also, God has a part in everything. That time I wanted to enter for law. Imagine if I entered for law in Unilag. Law is 5 years, right? I'll still be in year 2 and I'm still having 5 years to do, plus law school. But now I'm doing mass communication and I like mass communication because then I don't think I really want that law anymore. Like the passion is no longer there. I've now found my passion is somewhere else that I belong. So that's why I said you put God in everything because He will direct your steps. He will direct your steps. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And I pray that God will help us to achieve our purpose so that we all look back on our lives and say, thank God we did that. Thank you very much.